What if the richest man in the world never showed up on a Forbes list because he doesn't want to be found? While most of Russia lives under economic pressure, one man may secretly control a shadow empire worth more than Bezos, Musk, or Gates combined. His name? Vladimir Putin. Officially, he's a modest leader, a $140,000 salary, a small apartment, a couple of outdated cars, but that's just the cover story. The truth? Behind the scenes lies one of the most secretive and dangerous financial empires on Earth, hidden through a global network of shell companies, loyal oligarchs, and offshore vaults. We're talking billion-dollar palaces with gold-plated walls, fleets of private jets, super yachts the size of Navy destroyers, and entire compounds no outsider has ever stepped foot in. His name might not be on the deed, but the power, the luxury, and the control are all his. Drone footage, leaked documents, whistleblowers risking everything. They've all exposed pieces of the puzzle, and what they reveal is chilling. A man who didn't build a business, but an authoritarian empire, one that allegedly funnels billions straight to the top. In this video, we're diving headfirst into the real wealth of Vladimir Putin. No propaganda, no guesswork, just the raw truth, backed by leaks, surveillance, and global investigation. Watch till the end. Because once you see what he's really hiding, you'll never look at world leaders the same again. Buckle up. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel before we proceed. What you're about to see will change the way you view global power forever. One of the most jaw-dropping symbols of Vladimir Putin's rumored hidden fortune is a colossal estate tucked away on Russia's Black Sea coast, known to the world as Putins Palace. This isn't just a luxurious home. It's a full-blown kingdom built in secrecy. Perched near the resort town of Gelendzhik, the palace is a monstrous Italian-style mega-mansion said to span over 190,000 square feet, with an estimated price tag of $1.35 billion. And trust, every inch of this place screams wealth. From the outside, it looks like a presidential retreat, but step inside, or at least peek through leaked footage, and it becomes clear this place was built for an emperor. There's a private theater, a high-end casino, a full spa complex, wine tasting rooms, marble floors, Italian furniture, and a massive indoor swimming pool. That's just scratching the surface. Beneath the palace, an underground tunnel system, a secret escape route, and even an aqua disco. Yes, a water-themed nightclub hidden under the estate. Let that sink in. Surrounding the estate is a vast private vineyard, helicopter pads, and its own church. And it doesn't stop there. Adjacent to the palace are barracks for security, border guards stationed on site, and a private security perimeter complete with no-fly zones and naval restrictions offshore. It's locked down tighter than most military bases. Putin has denied any connection to the property, but multiple investigations and financial leaks have traced ownership through a maze of shell companies and close allies, businessmen, former KGB colleagues, and state-linked corporations. All paths lead back to his inner circle. One of his childhood friends and judo partners, now a billionaire, even claimed to own the place, but no one really bought that explanation. Whether Putin legally owns it or not, this palace reflects something deeper: unchecked power, total secrecy, and a system designed to enrich those at the top while keeping the truth buried underground, literally. In the shadow of sanctions, propaganda, and political games, Putin's palace stands tall as a concrete symbol of luxury that most Russians can't even imagine, let alone question. Vladimir Putin's rumored fortune doesn't just sit in marble-floored palaces or behind gold-plated gates. A massive chunk of it is hidden in plain sight, spread across a shadowy web of offshore accounts, shell corporations, and proxies that stretch far beyond Russia's borders. While Putin officially claims to earn a modest presidential salary and hold little personal property, countless investigations suggest a much different reality. Through a tangled maze of financial entities registered in places like the British Virgin Islands and Panama, Putin's inner circle has quietly funneled and stored billions. Leaked documents and intelligence reports have traced large cash movements, loans, investments, and asset transfers, totaling over $2 billion. These transactions don't show Putin's name on paper, but they involve close friends, old colleagues from the KGB, and trusted allies who've become billionaires overnight. Coincidence? Not likely. At the center of this offshore empire are a handful of key associates who act as gatekeepers to the cash. Musicians, bankers, businessmen, each holding puzzle pieces that, when put together, paint the picture of an incredibly powerful man with financial influence spanning the globe. The reason for the secrecy: shielding wealth from scrutiny, avoiding sanctions, and more importantly, maintaining the illusion of modesty in front of the Russian public. These offshore networks not only hold wealth, but also control luxury properties abroad, super yachts, and even private equity in foreign companies. The complexity of the system is deliberate, layer after layer of legal smokescreens that make it nearly impossible to trace directly to Putin himself. But the evidence is there, hiding behind closed doors and encrypted accounts. What it reveals is chilling: a global financial empire built in silence, protected by fear, and maintained through absolute loyalty. Vladimir Putin's hidden wealth isn't just about offshore accounts and secret real estate. It's reflected in the ultra-luxurious lifestyle he's allegedly been living behind closed doors for years. From multi-million-dollar timepieces to a personal super yacht that rivals those of tech moguls, Putin's access to opulence is staggering, even though none of it is officially registered in his name. Let's start with his watch collection. Analysts and journalists have documented Putin wearing at least 11 luxury watches, with an estimated total value exceeding $700,000. These aren't subtle pieces either. They include a $500,000 Patek Philippe perpetual calendar, a Breguet Marine, and a Blancpain Grande date, all brands associated with high society elites. That's a lifetime of presidential salaries on his wrist alone. But it doesn't stop there. Putin has also been linked to an extensive collection of luxury vehicles, from custom Mercedes-Maybach limousines to armored SUVs and rare sports cars. His transportation network even includes private jets like the Ilyushin Il-96-300 PU, a plane outfitted with a gold-trimmed interior, luxurious meeting rooms, and a full-sized bedroom, often dubbed the Flying Kremlin. Then there's the crown jewel of his rumored assets, the $700 million super yacht Graceful. Outfitted with its own indoor pool, helipad, spa, and a ballroom, this yacht is a floating palace. Originally built in Germany and reportedly retrofitted in Russian yards, Graceful has been tracked, cruising in European waters under tight security, with all ownership trails leading back to shell companies tied to Putin's close allies. While the Kremlin denies that any of these belong to him, the pattern is clear: high-value luxury items, hidden through proxies, building the lifestyle of a man whose real power is matched only by his ability to conceal the fortune behind it. One of the key mechanisms behind Vladimir Putin's alleged wealth isn't offshore bank accounts or billion-dollar estates, it's people. A tight-knit circle of loyal insiders, hand-picked from his days in the KGB or early political rise, form the core of a shadowy network that appears to manage and shield his assets from public view. These individuals don't just serve the Kremlin, they serve the man behind the curtain. Take the LLC Invest Network, a web of over 85 obscure companies and non-profit, quietly managing an estimated $4.5 billion in assets. This isn't just a business group. It's a fortress of wealth hiding in plain sight. Properties, luxury transport, and private enterprises have all been linked back to this network. Yet, almost none of it is held in Putin's name. Instead, assets are conveniently registered under childhood friends, former judo partners, distant relatives, and ultra-loyal oligarchs, people who owe everything to Putin and would never cross him. These aren't your average middlemen. We're talking about billionaires like Gennady Timchenko, Arkady Rotenberg, and Yuri Kovalchuk, all of whom have seen their fortunes skyrocket during Putin's reign. Whether it's controlling massive energy companies, state construction projects, or luxury resorts, their wealth has ballooned, and they are frequently named in investigations as custodians of Putin's real empire. This system allows Putin to project an image of modesty, but in reality, through layers of trusted intermediaries, he appears to control one of the most intricate and powerful asset protection systems in the world. Despite over 2 decades of scrutiny, the true scale of Vladimir Putin's fortune remains one of the darkest enigmas in global politics. Investigations like the Panama Papers, the Pandora Papers, and exposés by the ICIJ have uncovered scattered pieces of a massive puzzle. Independent journalists who get too close often end up exiled, imprisoned, or worse. Yet even through the fog, experts estimate Putin's hidden wealth could reach up to $200 billion, surpassing the fortunes of tech moguls who actually built companies. But Putin didn't need to innovate. He inherited a crumbling empire and rebuilt it around himself. So the next time Putin delivers a speech about sacrifice, duty, or love for Russia, ask yourself, does a man sleeping in billion-dollar palaces truly care about people starving under his rule? This is the modern face of dictatorship, and this is only the beginning. We've just opened the first door into a world of untouchable elites, velvet curtain wealth, and truths most people aren't ready to hear. So if you're still with us, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below. How deep do you think this rabbit hole goes? Because we're not stopping. We're peeling it all back, one billionaire at a time. Welcome to the dark side of global power.